What's up? What's going on, guys? This is Mr. Gold, and today this is going to be Seasons in NFL History, Episode 2. This is going to be the 1967 season. It'll be the 1967 draft, and the Super Bowl will be held in 1968. This will be the second Super Bowl and the second AFL-NFL merger season. So first, we'll talk about the draft, since that was really the first thing to come about. And in round one, this is the first draft that had both the NFL and the AFL both drafting players, so that was exciting. First round, the Colts, part of the NFL, took tackle Bubba Smith, and he ended up being a Pro Bowler. And like I said, I'll only be talking about Pro Bowlers, Hall of Famers, and also AFL All-Stars. But Bubba Smith was taken with the first overall pick, and he was a Pro Bowler. And a familiar name to quite a lot of people. It's Miami Dolphins at number 4. Took Bob Greasy, and he went to the Hall of Fame eventually. Then the Houston Oilers took George Webster with the next pick. He was an AFL All-Star. Then the Broncos took Floyd Little, and he ended up making it to the Hall of Fame. Then the Lions took Mel Farr with the next pick. He made it to the Pro Bowl. And Minnesota Vikings took Gene Washington with the next pick after that. Then at pick 15, the Vikings took Alan Page, who made it to the Hall of Fame. And then two picks later, the Oakland Raiders took Gene Upshaw, who made it to the Hall of Fame. Then, and that will conclude all of the notable names from round 1. In round 2, we had, with the 34th overall pick, the Detroit Lions took Lem Barney, and he made it to the Hall of Fame. And pick 50, the Chiefs took Willie Lanier, I believe, and he also made it to the Hall of Fame. Round 3, Detroit Lions took Paul Naumhoff, I can't quite pronounce it correctly, but they took him. Round 4, we had no one. Round 5, we didn't have anyone. Round 6, there was no one. Round 7, the Minnesota Vikings took Bobby Bryant, a defensive back. Also, the Dallas Cowboys took Rayfield Wright at number pick 182, and he made it to the Hall of Fame. Round 8 didn't profit anyone. Round 9 had a very notable name. It's Houston Oilers taking Ken Houston, a defensive back, and he made it to the Hall of Fame. Round 10, no one. Round 11 didn't have anybody. Round 12 doesn't look like it had anyone. Round 13 is a no. Round 14, no. Round 15, no. Round 16, no. And round 17 is a no. So as you'll notice, they shortened it to 17 rounds, and that's less than the 20 that we had last year. But overall, the Hall of Famers just absolutely, really, they pretty much win with 10 Hall of Famers. 10, yeah, you got that right. 10 Hall of Famers going there in the regular rounds. And undrafted, we actually had a few notable names. Coy Bacon by the Dallas Cowboys was a Pro Bowler. Alvin Reed of the Oilers was a Pro Bowler. And that should really be it for the undrafteds. And then in the Hall of Fame undrafteds, Jan Stenerud of the Kansas City Chiefs, he's a kicker, he went to the Hall of Fame. And Larry Little of the San Diego Chargers also went to the Hall of Fame. So that is going to be it for the draft. Now we can get on to the actual regular season. So this, obviously, there was in major rule changes, not a bunch. There was a 6-foot wide border around the field that was also made standard in the league this year, but that's the closest non-participants can be to the field. So that's basically that. But basically in the Eastern Conference, Capital Division and the Central Division, so this is the first year that it was split up into divisions, and then there was the Coastal Division and the Central. So In the Eastern Conference, top of the Capital Division was the Dallas Cowboys with a record of 9-5-0, and in the Century Division, it was the Cleveland Browns with a record of 9-5-0. Then, I guess they just did not play as many games in the other one, but in the Western Conference, it was the Rams atop of the Coastal Division with 11-1-2. And the Green Bay Packers atop the Central with a record of 9-4-1. The Los Angeles Rams won the Coastal Division better based on a better point differential in head-to-head games versus Baltimore, because the Baltimore Colts also had the same record, but points per game was slightly in favor of the Rams, so that's what that really ended up happening. Then in the postseason, the Browns and the Cowboys faced off, both 9-5, and the Cowboys smashed them 52-14. And the Packers and Rams faced off, and the Packers won 28-7. So guess what? Packers and Cowboys, and the Packers do end up winning, making them go to the AFL Championship game, and it ends up being the Green Bay Packers versus the AFL team Oakland Raiders, league champion of the 1967 American Football League, and it was 33-14 in favor of, you guys guessed it, it's the Green Bay Packers. They are the first back-to-back champs since the AFL-NFL merger, and they won Super Bowls 1 and 2. The MVP of the league was Johnny Unitas, familiar name, quarterback of the Baltimore Colts. Coach of the year was George Allen of the LA Rams and Don Shula of the Baltimore Colts, so they tied. Offensive Rookie of the Year was Mel Farr, running back from Detroit. And Defensive Rookie of the Year was Lem Barney, cornerback also from Detroit. So Detroit had a good year there. And that should just about do it for this. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.